All right, men, load your weapons. Maybe my comlink is broken.
Up there in the jungle, deep in the jungle, up the river of darkness, it appears the colonel has gone completely
Reporting for duty, Commander.
insane.
How's it? Hang loose.
All right, men, load your weapons. Can't we just blast them?
No, you boys been too proud lately. We got film of you in the FBI. And if you're interested, the guy that put the knee on the neck of George Floyd and killed him, he's going to get sentenced today. And in Honolulu,
Awaiting orders, Commander.
And in Honolulu, the officers that are charged in wrongful death and homicide, second degree kind of stuff, in the shooting of the 16-year-old kid, the one with the high-speed chase, car involved in armed robbery stuff.
Keep moving, Trooper.
They're going in trial today, too, in Honolulu. And this guy has just been hit. Too much traumatic brain injury. Wear your helmets, football people. After a while, you don't know where
Drop your weapons.
those.
All right, men, load your weapons. I need a weapon. Lord Peter won't accept defeat.
No.
A trooper should always stay on his feet.
Oh well. Because this is not newspaper. But, you know, seeing that trooper woke me up 3 o'clock. Well, it was like,
My comlink is broken.
Yeah. I was watching a lot of. I gotta monitor this. I'm sorry. I'm going. I'm actually doing this more for the newspaper. Is not revived. It's all whatever, and we're looking for good audio and dings and dongs and dingy dingies. And so I was watching the war.
Trooper standing by.
Enough. I'm watching debunking things of the Warrens, Ed and Lorraine Warren. God rest their soul. Don't haunt me. But they were pioneer ghost hunters, but they kind of went. I don't know. It can be a little gray area, and it's definitely gray area in some places where if they're taking advantage of people, because they're going off as Roman Catholic to, I think, in the community in Connecticut, New England, it's the East Coast for mainlanders. They specified certain houses that had reputations, so the people might have thought something was going on, and they might have came and said, yes, something's going on, as opposed to more debunking rather than promoting. And I was listening, well, I was watching, it was a video, it was a lecture, slideshow done by Ed Warren. He did this slideshow, and he's kind of so, you know, that this is the ghost, and this is the ghost, and here's the case of this lady, and hey, you know, okay. And Holzer did that in that big ghost book I showed. It's right down there. You know, they're trying to prove ghosts, okay? And that's the bias. They have the conclusion, they call it conclusion bias or something. They have a conclusion, the ghosts do exist. Basically, people who dabble in the Ouija board, tarot cards thing, trying to contact spirituality, spirits, dead people. They're not contacting dead people, they're contacting basically demon and evil people. Evil people. There's always someone on my mind, but they're not contacting dead people as opposed to actually contacting evil spirit, possibly demon and devil. So, with that conclusion bias before, they go and they seek stuff to support that. Even the photos that people take, they're saying, hey, that's the photos. If you look inside, you can kind of see the face over here. Kind of see the face over here. Now, I'm going to go through some more of that in Spook 101, right? But this is like whatever, so hey, whatever. I'm watching that going like, you know, starting to hear old ghost stories, you know, compared to modern ghost hunting and old ghost stories, and then kind of, and also listen to this guy, this psychologist guy that's online on YouTube. He's great, Dr. Grande or something. I'll try to post it. He's got enough followers, but he's got a Patreon and everything, so I don't know. People give him money and stuff. God, I'm broke. I'm in debt. Going down the tubes. Oh, you still there? Whatever. And but this guy, he take famous people and he kind of psychoanalyzes. Disclaimer: a case that might be similar to a case sort of like that, you know. So he's kind of distancing himself, I think, professionally, legally. So, like, if you took Jim Morrison, it's like, well, a person like Jim Morrison would have, you know, he's looking at his case, it's sort of like this, and then, you know, someone like that might, and he kind of gives the psychiatry, like just feel good therapy. It's like psychiatry, and he has all this stuff that he kind of portrays. And I was watching some of them; they're very interesting. I'm like, oh, this personality trait stuff. I was learning about some stuff. But I saw the one he did on the Ed and Lorraine Warren, and oh my God, he's gone comedian. He's gone, and he's actually kind of funny. So he was talking about the vessels, the doll, Annabelle doll. It's like a vessel. Why don't you just get rid of the doll? Burn the doll. Burn it. The witch is inside the doll. Burn the doll. Well, we have to have a little museum full of these haunted artifacts because they're vessels. And if we burn the vessel, then they'll be loose. And so Dr. Grande's like going, yeah, man, they're going to have like demon homelessness. It's just plugging jokes in there. I'm just like going, dang it, man, you're the man. Kind of funny. But I will discuss some stuff because Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel, has a portion, News Pipa, and it started a little over a year ago, by a couple days, a week and a year, something like that, you know, and then continuous. Never mind, whatever. And it was about the article in the paper that allowed people to come and travel to Hawaii. They call it Trans-Pacific because they have a problem with the word tourist. It's like, oh, who are you calling tourist, eh? I go in there. I'm so insulted you say tourist. So instead of tourist, they say visitor. Just get over it. You travel here, you do the stuff. I mean, it's geared for that stuff. They got shows and all kind of, you know, and Baby Islands and cool little ranch. Not to plug people, but you know, hey, that's where they filmed Jurassic Park. All kind of stuff you can, and then the beach and the sharks that are back now somehow. They don't like people, so when there was no people during the lockdown, the sharks came out and started eating fish again. And so they're like, there's sharks. No worries. You can go swimming. I'd watch out for the currents. So you know what? But all that was the thing. So here's the deal. It's turning into that. It's turning into where it's going to be more open in a couple weeks, right? Fewer restrictions will be imposed upon the state projected hit an average of 60% full vaccination rate. So, well, when it gets 60%, they're going to drop restrictions, okay? So, they're expecting to loosen it by July 8th. So much for 4th of July. You miss it by, I don't know. You're not quite there yet. Well, I see 70%. All current gathering limits are expected to be essentially lifted in a couple of months, since Hawaii sees a 70% fully vaccinated rate statewide. I don't know. So basically, you can prove you're vaccinated, and you can just come to Hawaii without the 14-day quarantine, which was shortened to 10-day quarantine. You don't have to do that. But not yet. It's like these politicians are doing yeah, baby. Guess who's Santa Claus? I'm coming. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's got restrictions here, restrictions there. Now he's going to lift them here and there. Santa Claus is coming. Yeah, they're playing that gig to be the kinder and nicer and more votable politician, which is what politicians do. Not like what's in the White House. That's not what they're supposed to do. What they're doing is a different thing. And they're bringing back people from the USS Oklahoma to be interred in the Punch Bowl Cemetery with their other shipmates. And there was, I think, a thing about them going into, I don't know, they're trying to bury them back into the USS Arizona, the one that's underwater. Well, that's about it, I think. I don't want to make this too long. I just really wanted to test my mic and show you waking me up. It's like I woke up, I went to sleep early. So when I woke up early, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like going, it's the witching hour. Ed said so. And I'm like, I went to bed early, so I woke up early. Plus the birds are back, and Ding Dong here, Trooper, must have had something pushing his button.
Reporting for duty, Commander.
So that's what I hear at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I just had to share that and test my microphones because, hey, hang loose. Whatevah, man. Aloha.